Moving out is not a big deal here. I mean, it is eventually going to happen, whether you like it or not. You're going to move out. If you don't move out to a place of your own, you're going to get married or whatever, and then you still have to move out. But then I feel like if you're planning on moving out now, one question you need to ask yourself sincerely, and that you have to also sincerely answer, is if you are ready. I'm not asking if your house rent is ready or whatever. Are you ready for the bills life? Because trust me, moving out is a whole lot. You're going to start fending for yourself totally. You're going to have to start paying bills, sometimes monthly, sometimes weekly. Trust me, these things just come up. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready to move out of your parents' house? Hi, my name is Maimuna and you're welcome to my channel. I hope you're fine. I hope you're safe and you are staying home. If this is your first time, you're welcome. Please subscribe. You can check out my other videos. I'll drop links in the description box below. You can also turn on your post notifications so that you know when I put up new videos, and then you can watch, okay? So today, what I want to talk about, I feel like after this corona phase, by God's grace, by the time we're all back to our normal lives, I feel like this is going to happen a lot. People would want to get places of their own, especially people that are locked down, that have been locked down for weeks now with their parents. I've seen so many posts, I've seen so many tweets of people talking about how they would literally do anything to leave their parents' house, about how they like the whole long distance love relationship with your parents and everything. And in the same light, I've also seen people that have places of their own, and they're talking about being lonely, how they wish they had a sibling or a friend over, or they're in another place. So that ultimately shows that there are two sides to this having a place of your own thing, okay? Everything that has an advantage also has disadvantages, pros and cons, stuff like that. So from my own view, as somebody who has been in that position before, wanting to get a place of my own, though mine was different. I wanted a place of my own specifically because of work, proximity to work. I was doing a whole lot of stress going to work from my sister's place and everything. So from my own point of view, I'm just going to try to briefly tell you why you should consider leaving your parents' house and why you should not consider leaving your parents' house, okay? So whatever works for you, at the end of the day, you can just pick it, okay? So first, getting a place of your own, having your own place, staying in your own house is another level, the ultimate level of freedom and independence. You're in your space, you're in your house, there's nobody stressing you, you're not stressing anybody, it's just you. Everything is about you in that space, okay? Your house is exactly how you want it to look. Your house is where you want it to be. You can do whatever. You can go out and come back at whatever time. You can even decide not to stay at home, which is not something you can do maybe in your parents' house or whatever. That is one. Another reason I feel like people like to have places of their own is because they love their space so much. Some people are not necessarily extroverts. They don't even want to party or whatever. They just want their own space. They want to protect it. So they would rather stay on their own than stay with friends or stay with their parents or whatever. So they want a protected space, and they also want to be independent. Another reason you would want to consider staying on your own, of course, like my own reason, is proximity to work, especially if where your parents stay is really, really far and everything. You would want to move to somewhere closer to reduce your cost of transportation and ultimately the stress in your life. To be very honest, that stress is in caps, all over the place. It was too much stress, okay? Now, as much as everything looks all rosy and nice, your room can be dark, you can decide to stay out, you can decide to have your friends over, you can decide to throw a party without restrictions and everything. I feel like another reason, yes, somebody told me one reason a friend of mine wants to have a place of his own is so that he can go commando. If you don't understand that, I don't know what I'm gonna do for you, but ask people. They want to go full commando, okay? Now, as much as all this sounds really interesting and nice, and oh my God, it's just me, it's so gonna be nice and everything, here is one ultimate thing you need to consider, one ultimate thing that might not make it really nice, make it really possible, and everything is sustainability. Okay, now this is very different. There are people that earn a lot of money and they can afford to have a place of their own. They have the bills and everything they are paying, they have the money and everything. This is not for you. Now I'm talking about people that are, they probably don't necessarily have a lot of money, but they are done with staying with their parents or with an auntie or whatever. Now it is thinking about having a place of your own and how you want the place to look like and how you want to furnish it and everything. It is really interesting to think about. Really, it's a whole lot of freedom at last and everything, but you have to really think about it. Are you ready to start paying the bills? Because if you pull out all your savings or whatever and you get a place of your own, you're lucky enough to make it look exactly how you want it to look. Are you ready to start paying bills? Because you're in somebody's house. The bills I'm talking about is not even the renewal of your house rent. That one is another one, by the way. I'm talking about security bills. I'm talking about light bills. I'm talking about cleaning bills for people that have people that come to clean the compound and everything. I'm also talking about, fueling your generator by yourself. And then so many other things that just come up suddenly in the house, things you do not even plan for. Now, if you're in your parents' house, there is no house rent, one. The things you're probably your bills are not that much, okay? Except you just decide to want to pay for the DSTV or buy fuel in the house, or you're coming back from work, you decide to buy spaghetti or noodles or whatever. Almost every Nigerian household that has parents that still work or that has parents that have stores or shops, your parents do more than half of the stock up in the house already. So you're not necessarily spending a lot of money. If you're in your parents' house, you're just sleeping and waking up and eating and everything. But then if you're on your own, every single kobo, every single naira is from you. You're spending all that money by yourself. So are you really ready for that life? Because honestly, this period, people are complaining about their parents, and I also understand how overbearing and how our parents exaggerate and they blow everything out of proportion and everything. So if you're thinking about moving out, you have to think about sustainability. Okay, that is the most important part of the whole thing. Do you have enough money? Is your job good enough to afford you the ability to save for your next house rent, have money for transportation, have money for food, stock up your house by yourself and still pay your bills? Do you understand? Another reason I feel like staying on your own is not completely 100% good is in case of emergencies. Okay, things happen, people fall sick, people have attacks suddenly, people become sad, people become whatever. You can just wake up in the middle of the night and somebody has a full-blown attack or whatever. So I feel like if you have somebody you're staying with or your parents or whatever, regardless of whatever happens, that at least there is one person or there are people in that house that you can call on suddenly to come and help you. That help is not far. That you don't have to reach somebody on the phone or whatever for you to get help. So staying on your own might not afford you that opportunity. You're not staying with anybody, it is just you. And unless you call somebody from outside, you're not getting any help. You're literally on your own. So that's another reason I feel like getting a place of your own is not totally ideal. But in all of this, advantages, disadvantages, there should be a middle ground or something. So here is the number one thing I think that you can do if you're stuck at your parents and you don't have that much money to get a place of your own yet. You can have friends, you can have relatives that you're really cool with, or maybe a colleague self that you can stay at their place, say Monday till Friday, and then go home for the weekend. That reduces your contact with your parents. It minimizes whatever fights or whatever gbas that might happen, with staying with them. By Sunday or at most Monday morning, you're gone again and you're not coming back until maybe Friday night or Saturday morning. If that is something that can work for you, you can take that means. Another thing I feel like you can do if you must have a place of your own is to share. Now, the only form of sharing I I think is ideal is maybe getting a 2-bedroom apartment, and then you share with somebody. My brother, my sister, if you decide, I don't even think there's anybody in this day and age that shares just one room with one person. But if you decide to share one room with one person, whatever your eyes should see, take it. My opinion is, if you cannot get a place of your own just for yourself, maybe get a 2-bedroom apartment or whatever and find somebody to split with. It makes the whole bill thing easier. For sharing, think about it like this. If the bills you have to pay at the end of the month for lights, everything is 20,000 naira. If you have somebody you're sharing the apartment with, you pay 10,000 naira, the other person also pays 10,000 naira. That reduces the bill and everything. But of course, that one does not also come with challenges. People are different, people are unpredictable, people are whatever it is. So if you're also sharing, make sure it is somebody that you're comfortable with or somebody that you have known for a while. So I really hope that you can pick one or two things from this, and it will help you decide when you decide to move out of your parents' house to get a place of your own. For your opinions, if you want to say anything, if you have other solutions, or if you think that moving out is the best bet, or you think staying with your parents is the best and everything, let me know in the comment section below. And one last thing I'm going to say is, if you have absolutely no problem with staying with your parents, please stay there for as long as you can. Stay there till you are financially stable. Stay there till you are very, very ready to get a place of your own. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.